Okay, we're gonna have this problem every time. Let's see. Let's try backup YouTube ingest server. See if that'll do the vertical one. No. Sorry, bear with me, you guys. We are live, in fact, but I am trying to get the vertical stream going, and it always seems like it's a pain. Why did it freeze up? Okay, I don't know. I might have to close out of it. Why is it frozen? Oh my gosh, why? Let's see if it's even still live, because it's all frozen.
It's still live.
Hmm.
But only you're frozen.
Yeah, Kim's fine. I don't know why I'm frozen. My computer's frozen even. Alright, well, the audio works. Yeah, it says OBS is not responding. Let me try and close it. Hopefully it doesn't end it. Probably will. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, I want to try this again, but what is it with this vertical stream, man? I don't get it. All right, well, I'm just going to give up on it for now to try it another day.
Keep on keeping on, babe.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
One day we'll get it.
I really don't know what the hell.
What the helly?
Yeah, what the hell is going on here? But thanks for bearing with me while I try and do this. The only way to test it is live. I mean, I could do it in a private thing, but I've been making a video all day, so. Let's see what it looks like. Where is OBS? We're gonna move you over here. We're gonna move you over here. Okay. And let's see. Let me pull up some internet action. Man, I didn't have time to look for some photos from our trip.
Oh, I was gonna send you some. I can send those to you so people can see. How's everyone doing, by the way? What's new?
Yeah, I need to pull up the chat here.
I had chicken growing legs in my fridge last night.
Oh my god, it was so weird. Literally, you guys.
It was not mold. It was not in my fridge long enough for it to be mold. It was weird.
Yeah, it looked like spikes were growing out of it. It was super weird. Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, I'm going to make a video about it. Costco chicken, guys. Don't get chicken that's not organic, because otherwise you'll get chicken that, I don't know if it was a parasite or what. I could not find anything on the internet that looked even remotely similar to what I saw. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. Mold is typically like fuzzy, like hairs. Like this was like fingers growing out of the chicken. So weird.
Call up the Costco guys.
Call up the Costco guys and have them investigate.
Go get some chicken bakes on that job.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, babe. I was like, what the hell? And it was freaking me out the more we looked at it. And then the more we looked into it, we couldn't find anything that would explain what it was. So it was freaky.
Super weird.
Yeah. Chandra's in here in the middle of a move. You guys are my break, self-care time. Hell yeah. Thanks for joining us for your break. Man, moving sucks. And Hassan, I would know.
Yeah, moving is hard.
Oh yeah, Catseer is in here. We got Tina Zimmer, Lamadeus, Seashell, Amy. Yo, Catseer, you should have moderator permissions, I think. Now, I think, I don't know for sure, but allegedly. Okay, cool. Well, I feel like we're slowly getting people in. I feel like we can go ahead and start kicking things off here. Thanks for bearing with me while I had to restart. Like, I swear, I'm going to get this vertical stream set up one day. It significantly increases my views because, or like exposure, because it'll put it in the shorts feed. And then people that are swiping will see it. So I'm trying to get it up there. I've been trying to do it for like 3 weeks now. I just need to sit down one day and actually like work through it and do some private streams, figure it out. So much work. Live streaming is a whole nother world.
No, for real. You don't realize how much goes into it until you try to do it yourself. And then I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it takes me an hour to set this up every time. And then I have to deconstruct it so I can set up my full form video setup, which is different. Yeah, it's wild.
Hi, Seashell. How's it going?
My phone's buzzing.
By the way, did you guys hear about the Kat Von D drama? There's a guy that's talking about how she intentionally set a fire to his childhood home that she was renting.
Yeah, I've been hearing you listen to stuff about it, but I haven't known what's going on.
Yeah, that stuff's crazy.
I used to watch her show. What was it? West Side Ink or something? New York Ink?
I used to buy her eyeliner. It was my like holy grail of eyeliner, but it got too expensive.
I used to buy her eyeliner too.
Did you really?
No.
Yo, yo, yo.
What
Yo,
up,
yo, yo,
Jess?
yo, 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 yo.
Jess Carroll. All right, well, I'll go ahead and start things off. My name's DJ Petrovsky. Sorry, I'm hungry, but every Monday, Kim and I go live. Kim picks the topic. I'm just in it for the ride, although this week I do know a little bit more since it's something I'm familiar with, but yeah, so Kim does all the research. I just bring some questions. We mostly do this so we can interact with you guys and get to know the community a little better, and it's supposed to be an interactive experience. Not only are Friday videos not going anywhere, but I'll be dropping another video tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that, because I was going to drop it today, but according to Grok and the internet, if you put a live stream up and a full form video up on the same day, they will cannibalize each other and neither one will get views. So I gotta wait. Otherwise I was going to post it today. So yeah, look for that tomorrow. I'll probably post on Tuesdays for the second video during the week. I think that makes the most sense for my schedule. And yeah, then Fridays we'll deep dive into something. Obviously I'm super busy. I still work a part-time job as well. So yeah, just bear with me, you guys. Yeah. Oh, and that was the other thing I was going to say. I am switching the topic from Mel Gibson to Oliver Tree this week because Haas pointed out that he died. And I literally was like, who's that? I've never heard of that guy. And so, yeah, we're definitely going to talk about him this week. I love researching topics. I literally don't even know who the person is. Like, never heard of him before. It gives me a fresh angle to approach things. Like, I don't know anything. I can't have a bias.
Completely objectively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can kind of follow my own questions of like, okay, well, this doesn't make sense, and that those questions pop up when you're less familiar with a case.
Is his death nefarious?
I don't know. Honestly, Haas knows more about it than me. He just told me he died, and I was like, I don't even know who that is, and that was pretty much the extent of it.
He had a helicopter collision when he was on a tour out in Rio de Janeiro.
Whoa.
Helicopter collision, which
Collision with another helicopter. Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, how does that happen? Also, what? How many people are out there flying in helicopters?
I know.
But yeah, so I'm switching the topic, not because, I mean, that's the benefit of my channel is that when people die, I'm able to talk about them. But it typically interrupts the flow of whatever we're doing. That's why I haven't talked about Jim Morrison yet. Every time I try to, somebody dies. So, anyways.
Stop passing away, people.
Yeah. Lizzie. Hi, DJ and Kim. I lived in the Rockies in Colorado for 5 years. The Rocky Mountain News had articles about evidence of occult activities that park rangers would find. This was around 2006.
Whoa.
I believe it because when we went to, well, we'll get into that later. Let's start it off here. So Nickin It With Kim is what we call it. Monday night live stream. This week we're talking about Kristal Reisinger. And I don't really know what got Kim started back on this story, but this is something that we've known about for a long time because it kind of happened to us personally. Like the way that we found out about it was because we just stumbled across this chick missing. And I think it was Kim that noticed the poster, honestly. But anyways, we were back in Crestone for another trip and we noticed that this chick went missing, and it totally sparked our memory from our previous trip and just the wild stuff that happened to us. And we almost ended up on a missing person or a missing persons poster.
Yeah, we really could have. So this was the early days of Nick and I dating. So back in 2018, there was this thing on the radio called the Radio Shopping Show.
I miss the radio. I miss it so much.
I do too. It was this guy who would source like really highly discounted coupons for people to like go do things. Like in this instance, we were able to get a 3-night stay at Joyful Journey Hot Springs, which is like a 30-minute drive from Crestone. In Joyful Journey, the first night we were able to like stay in like a teepee. The second night was a yurt, and the third night was a hotel room. And there's no like grocery stores or restaurants or anything at Joyful Journey. It's just the hot springs and the place to stay. So if you want anything, you have to travel into Crestone, is the nearest little town. And it's not very big either. It's like 150 people.
Yeah, it's super
live there.
tiny.
But Nick and I have always been drawn to the San Luis Valley. Like we've always just felt like energetically, it's just there's just some strong vibes, and that Crestone is this like cute, quirky town that like you just can't describe. You have to see it to understand what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And so we would travel into Crestone for like occasional meals or goodies. And this particular night, we kept having like weird experiences, and Nick will go into more detail about some of those experiences. But this particular night we were into town, and this was before we like didn't drink. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
This was before Bodhi even existed. I ran into a liquor store, and I was by myself. Nick was in the car, and this guy approached me, and he was wearing all black, and he looked pretty, I don't know, he had kind of strange vibes. But I was a different person back then, and so I was very friendly and would interact, and he was like, hey, there's a drum circle that's going to be going on tonight. Did you want to come? And I was like, oh, that sounds super cool. Like, I've always wanted to go to a drum circle. And Nick and I had like ironically just been talking about drum circles and like full moons and how that would be cool.
There's a really cool drum circle here where we live in Manitou that they do all the time on Thursday nights. And I think we were talking about it because of that, but
yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, that sounds really cool. And he was like, yeah. And then I was like, I'll have to see if my partner's interested. And he was like, oh, you're not alone? Or like said something like, oh, like, I don't know, something about me being with someone. And I was like, yeah. And he like walked away, and I like didn't engage with me or interact with me after that. And I got into the car and I told Nick about it. And I was actually kind of interested in going. But Nick was immediately like, Kim, are you serious? That's ridiculous. No, we're not doing that.
Well, no. And it was the thing that really tripped me up is she was explaining where he was telling her this thing was. Oh, yeah, he had
given me directions. I forgot
he gave
about
her directions.
That.
And it was it was literally like if you're joking with your friends and you're like, yeah, you're going to go down this dark, deep, mountainous road with no lights for about 10 miles. And about halfway down, you're going to need a car, an SUV or a truck, because if you can't get over those humps, you might get stuck out there. And yeah, once you hit this one dirt road, then you're going to take a right once you see this outhouse shack. And like after a while, I'm like, Kim, are you serious? He's literally leading us out in the middle of the woods so he can slaughter us. What are you talking about? That was the part that got me. I was like, that literally sounds like the sketchiest. Like if the drum circle was like in town by the restaurants that we were at, like maybe. Still I'd be sketched out, but maybe. But he was like, no, it's out back behind my buddy's house way out here. I'm like, yeah, we're about to be hunted. Human game, dude.
So that we didn't go, unfortunately. I wish we would have.
Unfortunately. So that wasn't even like the only weird part of the trip. That was just the first weird part that Kim and I were like, because then on the way home, Kim was like, damn, no, you're right. Like, and we were kind of freaking out about it. Like, what if they are like doing that out there? Like, what's going on?
We didn't think too much about it at first. I don't think like Nick was definitely like his alarm bells were sounding. And then once he like said something, I was like, okay, yeah, you're totally right. That was crazy. I don't know why I thought that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, I know,
but
right?
then the next day, I think we had gone into town again, and I saw missing persons posters, and it was like Crystal. I'm pretty
Hang
sure
on,
it's
hang on,
Kristal
let me go back.
Reisinger.
Well, there's really nobody else that's been missing from that area, I
True.
think.
And it said last seen at Drum Circle on whatever date. But we went to Crestone back in 2018. I think somebody asked where Crestone is. It's in like southwest Colorado, right?
Yeah, it's towards New Mexico, very close to New Mexico, because the Sangre de Cristos extend from Colorado into New Mexico, and it's like right at the base of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. And the San Luis Valley is really cool. There's just, like Kim said, there's some special energy there. And there's this place we also got from the radio shopping show, these passes to go to the UFO watchtower. And it's not actually a tower like it sounds. It's just like a structure.
I mean, and it is like up elevated up. It's just like one story
Yeah, it's
up
just
in
like
the
a
air.
one-story little like elevated thing that you can go up on and like look for UFOs basically. But it's also a campground, so you can go camp out there. I think it's like 10 or 15 bucks a night or something. You can camp on the property. But allegedly there is a vortex that she had a psychic come out and describe why there's so much UFO activity. And it's because there's like a vortex of two different like what was it, like two different portals that come together in that one area. And so that's why it's a really huge hotspot, because there's like traffic coming from two different places. And so yeah,
Your
we've checked it
memory-
out a couple times.
Your memory is so good because that's exactly correct. That's what people say. And it's a lot of like native people that like tribes and stuff that have said this, that like since the dawn of time, that there's portals that exist there. So
Yeah, I don't remember what her name was, Deb or something.
she was so cool.
That owns it. Yeah, she was super cool. But when she
She's
was
a trip.
explaining that, I was like, you've done your homework. You're not just like making shit up. Like she's brought people out and she's like done shit to like substantiate it. And then on top of all the like positive claims of people that have seen stuff there, we didn't see anything. But I definitely felt like when I was looking up into the sky where she was pointing to the vortex, I got mildly dizzy. Like my eyes couldn't focus. So I felt like there might have been something there. You know?
Something kind of like I don't know, almost
was-
like looking through water or something kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly like that. Like you're looking through water, like there's something there, but you can see through it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I remember seeing that too, but that was it. She, at the time, I think they had like somewhere around 30 confirmed sightings. I don't know what they're at now. I sent you some pictures. I think I sent one of you standing, because she has like what she calls the garden. And what you do is you like leave behind like a trinket or something, so that you're like leaving a piece of your like energy behind. And she's like, the intention is that like the more energy that we like bring in there, the more likely that we'll get another UFO sighting or another like interaction from an alien, essentially. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
there's so much random shit out there. It's so funny. And you can just walk around the little garden. It's called the Alien Garden. And you can't take anything, obviously. Oh, Bodie left my charger on the disc golf course. I just saw the text message.
Oh no.
It's all good. But yeah, you can check out the garden and you can just like check out all the weird stuff people left. Oh, nice. It was all these.
Chapo was a
Chapo.
puppy. Wait, that's I think actually from a different trip,
Yeah, it might
because
be.
he's a lot bigger. Chapo was a puppy when we went
See,
in
this is
2018.
this is the garden with all of the. Hang on, can I make this bigger? Probably not. It won't make the picture bigger. But yeah, so this is the little garden. This is kind of like the outskirts of it, but
And
there's
it's
just
much
like
bigger
stuff.
than that. It's like across at least 20 feet, if not more. And that was from that 2018 trip. So that was in at the stupa.
Oh yeah, so there's a stupa up on the mountain. It's like a what is it, like a meditation, like a Buddhist meditation spot.
Yeah.
But we went up there and checked it out, took a little hike, saw the sunset, did some meditating. And that's a speaker that I'm going to buy at some point. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so Crestone has just been one of those places we've gone to. I think we've been there like at least twice. I thought 3 times, but
Probably.
maybe it was just the UFO watchtower that we went back to. But honestly, I do want to go camping out there just to see if we can see UFOs in that area. I think it'd be really cool.
And as long as you get permission from that Deb lady, she says she does allow you to camp on her property to like look for UFOs and stuff. So
Yeah. And real quick, I wanted to go back. David Woodruff asked, is that cool ass arcade still open there? And I assume he's talking about Manitou. And yes, the Penny Arcade is still open, except there's only like 3 games that take pennies now. And now that they stopped making pennies, it's probably going to go out of business. But yeah, it is still there. And then I thought I saw another one I was going to mention. Yeah, I don't know. I must have missed it. I can't see it. But anyways, Crestone's definitely a special place. And a lot of people say that. And the people there were really cool, to be honest. Like, everybody was super friendly. The food at the Crestone Brewery, which was why we went down there, because we got a $50 gift card to the Crestone Brewery, plus the Joyful Journey Hot Springs TP yurt stay. The TP was wild, you guys. It's literally just a TP. It was cold as shit. It was so cold.
yeah, and I think that's why Chapo is such a snuggler and he literally was in the sleeping bag in between Nick and I. He was so little and cold. He was like, I don't know. It was fun though. It was an adventure.
Yeah, it was an adventure. And how often are you going to get to stay in a teepee?
Right.
And a yurt. The yurt was actually really cool. It was like heated and stuff. But honestly, I would recommend, 10 out of 10 would recommend. The little hot springs was really small. It's just like little pots. There's like 3 or 4 of them. It's nothing crazy. But there is a nude hot springs, allegedly, just northwest or northeast of Joyful Journey and like Crestone and stuff. We almost went, but we didn't do it. But yeah, so then the next night, I don't think you even finished this story. So then the next night, we had gone to Crestone Brewing the first night and used our gift card. And this girl right here, Kristal Reisinger, she was a waitress at Crestone Brewing. And so I almost was wondering if she was maybe there when we were there, but I think she disappeared well before we showed up. But she
she disappeared in 2016 and we were there in 2018.
Yeah. And so the next night we didn't have a gift card anymore. So we're like, well, let's see what else is in town. And there really wasn't much. I mean, it's a super small town. Oh, and real quick, Crestone Brewing, they get all of their meat and like produce and everything locally because it's all farm country. And that was the best burger I think I've had in so long. I remember feeling so good about it. Just like, damn, this shit is so good. It was worth driving all the way back for another one. But anyways, that's just an aside. It was a really good cheeseburger. But then the next night we're like, well, we don't want to go there again because we just went there. So let's see what else is in town. And there was a pizza place called, what's the Mandala Pizza? And so we ordered a pizza. Kim, you might remember the story better, honestly, because it was way funnier with the way that how you dealt with him. But we ordered a pizza, and wasn't it pretty close to closing?
Yeah. And we were driving from Joyful Journey, and they offered gluten-free pizza, which is awesome. So, and Nick and I both eat gluten-free, so we're like, all right, bet we're going to go here. And we ordered, and we said, hey, we're about 15 minutes out. Is that all right? And he said, yeah, that's fine. And so then we arrive, and it was like, were you with me? Did you go in? Okay.
I didn't go in.
You didn't go in?
Or no, maybe I did go in. I think I did, because I remember seeing the people's faces.
This was the weirdest vibes I have ever experienced. I feel like I walked into like a ghost like clan meeting. It was the weirdest.
Well, picture this.
Feeling.
You walk into a pizza place that's about the size of like, there's maybe like 10 to 15 tables tops, like little round tables. So we're talking like a 50-person capacity building without the fire marshal getting called. And we go in and every single table is full. Like every chair is full. There's butts in every seat, but they're literally about to close, right? This dude, and on the phone, or no, this wasn't even on the phone. This was before we left. But we walk in, and as soon as we walk in, like every single person in that entire restaurant staring at us. It doesn't say a word. Nobody's talking to each other. They're just staring at us.
And there was a man with a glass eye, like looking at me weird. He was an older man. He was probably in his like 70s or 80s. Big old beard, just like I don't even, it was so, and the owner he rushed us out. He was like, okay, yep, here's your pizza. Okay, yep.
Yeah, and didn't he say something about, He said something like, "Sorry if it's cold," or "Sorry if the pizza sucks." Like we didn't know it was gonna be sitting here this long, or something like that.
Yeah, and we were maybe like we were within 5 minutes of what we had told him. So like we said 15, but maybe took 20.
Yeah.
Like it was just the weirdest.
It was super weird, and they rushed us out. And then literally having the night before been asked to that creepy drum circle where we thought we were gonna get murdered. Then we walk into like a cult clan meeting or something, and we're like, "What is happening in Crestone, dude? It's so weird." And so, and of all places, the pizza place, right? Like, makes you wonder what is actually going on there. Pizza.
And I say he had a glass eye, but I don't really know if that's what it was. Just one of his eyes was completely cloudy and like there was no iris, pupil. It was just cloudy. Does that make sense?
You just had cataracts, babe.
No, it wasn't that.
I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. I don't remember seeing the glass eye guy. So that was our story of going to Crestone. But when we realized that this crystal chick disappeared, we were like, holy shit, we thought we were just like being goofy and like just being paranoid. But this chick disappeared from a drum circle in Crestone.
Yeah.
Maybe she made friends with the pizza shop owner guy.
Yep. And like most of my topic ideas, they all start with a TikTok video. So I saw this girl that I follow. She gets into some like conspiracy related topics and looks at things from a different way. And I really enjoy the things she has to offer about certain subjects. And she talked about the San Luis Valley and how there's 2 people that have gone missing, still haven't been found. And yeah, I did send it to you. It's right there.
I just didn't scroll down. I don't know how I got so far.
Because you looked at the Costco pictures, and so it brought you back to that location in our stream, yeah.
Oh,
2 women went missing from the same tiny town in Colorado.
Okay, cool. I just had to make sure it actually pulled up.
Right? Kristal Reisinger was last seen in 2016 at a full moon drum circle. And then Jennifer Driver was last seen in 2021. She vanished from a campground. The search team found nothing, right? Not one single item, not a trace of her, okay? Different years, same town. Now, the population in this town, 150 people. But that town sits inside something that may explain everything. So Crestone, where they went missing from, sits on the eastern edge of the San Luis Valley in southern Colorado, right? This valley is 122 miles long, 74 miles wide, and is the largest alpine valley on Earth. I'm not exaggerating that. And for thousands of years, 12 different Native American tribes, the Navajo, the Hopi, the Apache, I could keep going, but all of them use this valley for one thing: sacred ceremony, right? They hunted here, they held vision quests here, they trained their medicine men here, but not one of them built a permanent home inside of it, right? They called it the Bloodless Valley, a place so sacred, no tribe was permitted to shed blood or wage war within inside its borders. 12 nations, 0 conflict in this one area for thousands of years. Mind you, they was fighting everywhere else, right? Here's a lake inside this valley, San Luis Lake, near the Great Sand Dunes, right? They call it the Sipapu, and I'm sorry if I said that wrong, where it's the place where humans first emerged from the underworld into this world, and the place the spirits of the dead return to. It's a 2-way door, right? The Hopi said the same thing, and the Navajo said the mountains above Crestone are literal portals, doorways to where star people enter our reality. This is not one tribe's legend, right? 12 unrelated nations across centuries, all pointing at the same valley and saying, that place is special, okay? It was their Antarctica. Anyways, I'm not saying these 2 women found a portal. I just think the area they went missing in is interesting as hell. But Crestone isn't the only place with this kind of energy, but we can talk about that some other time. 2 women went missing from the same tiny town in Colorado, right? Kristal Reisinger was last seen in 2000.
Okay, babe. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there is portals there, especially with how many people flock there for the spirituality piece of that area.
Because it's not just one like religion or whatever. Like there's spiritual meccas or like religious meccas from every different religion there.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and all the farmers and everybody that lives there, they swear by that area, like it's magical.
Yep. So I meandered into the comments, and people were talking about Kristal Reisinger, and it, refreshed my memory of how Nick and I had stayed there and our experience. And I saw that there's a podcast series about this woman. So I listened to the podcast series. I haven't listened to the updated like segment. There's an additional 4 or 5 episodes. The host of the podcast, Payne Lindsay of Up and Vanished, he actually went back and he did more investigative journalism in the case, and it's pretty interesting what he's able to find and put together. But he initially started in 2018, so there's updated information and another segment about 4 or 5 episodes that took place in 2025. But it is still unsolved. It's open. It's not cold. They're still investigating it, but
They
it is
still haven't found
unsolved.
her
They
Yeah.
haven't found her body.
in 10 years, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is a wild story. And like, I don't know. Like, I love Crestone, but after hearing all of this stuff, I'm like, I don't think I could ever live down there.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, and funny story, our dog actually, Chapo, the one that's why we brought him down there, and had him at the UFO watchtowers, because his breeder was from down there. And so, well, not even breeder, it was just his mom. They just had puppies, yeah. But that's where Chapo's from. That's our dog.
Yeah, he was born in Crestone.
Oh, Chapo. Oh, yeah, the
There were
flying,
flying
ants.
ants?
Yeah, when Haas and I went to the UFO watchtower, we were on top of it. It was in like the middle of the afternoon, and the flying ants were insane, dude. They were like attacking you. But it was only when you went up on top of the watchtower. Like when you were on the ground, they were fine. But as soon as you went up on the watchtower, they were like attacking the hell out of you, like viciously, like they had something out for you, you know? It was so bad. Bodie was freaking out, and me and Haas were like, all right, screw this. We're not even going to hang out up here anymore. We had to get down. Yeah, it was too much.
Oh, so that people understand the location maybe a little bit better, it is really close to the sand dunes, right?
Yeah, it is. And the sand dunes is the worst place on earth, so I wouldn't go there. I would never recommend that to anybody.
I like the sand dunes.
Yeah, Kim and I typically disagree on stuff, but this is one I'm not going to let her win. The sand dunes is the worst place on earth, you guys. Picture walking up a giant mountain of sand. 1 step forward, 3 steps backwards.
It is a good workout, but it was fun, and you don't want to wear sandals.
Yeah, don't wear sandals like I did.
If
I
you
wear
go.
sandals to the sand dunes because that seems to make sense, right? Sandals.
If you wear-
sand dunes.
Sandals, wear socks.
I would wear 2 or 3 layers of socks,
I
actually.
wore my wool Patagonia socks, and those did me right.
The sand is like 112 degrees or something. And I had no idea until I was stepping in it. And I was like, this is ridiculous, dude. What? And nobody
Yeah.
told me. And Kat's here. Sorry. I was trying to find the settings to double check that I mean, I know I saved it, but I may not have set the right settings. Grok help me. I don't know anything about mods, so I'm trying to figure it all out, you guys. That and Discord.
Probably both were lizard adjacent. What's cinema roll?
Oh,
That reminds me of those people.
I was just going to say that. I was
Yes,
like, so
exactly.
Kim and I were definitely tripping pretty hard when we went to the Joyful Journey Hot Springs. Like during the day when we were actually soaking, we were tripping pretty good. And there was a bunch of old people with leather skin there. But we were 100% sure that these 2 people were actual lizard
No,
people.
and what was weird is that like we were interacting with them, like conversing, just kind of talking, you know, and like there was just a point in the conversation that I just kind of felt like something strange or weird about it. And Nick kind of got quiet around the same time. And then after the fact, like after we left, he and I both had the same experience. We both were like, those people were like lizard people.
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah,
It was very strange.
It says it's freezing and lagging. Let me see.
Oh,
Well,
no.
it might be your thing. Because my thing's saying no drop frames, but I could be wrong. So keeps freezing and loading. I don't know. That's really annoying. Sorry.
Uh-oh. A lot of people are saying it. That's not good.
Let me see if I can drop. I think the YouTube settings that it defaults to are really high. Yeah, it's up at 5,000. Let me go down to 4,000. All right, we'll see if that helps you guys. Okay, but anyways, I wanted to look up the San Luis Valley to show you guys that because it is really cool. The mountains are really pretty down there. Yeah, so that's the sand dunes, and then the Sangre de Cristo's behind it. Freaking gorgeous down there, man.
Yeah, and Lizzie reminded me that we did a backpacking trip in the Sangre de Cristo's called Lake of the Clouds. And she reminded me how strange of an experience it was. We all kept hearing like big, like trees cracking. Like it didn't just sound like a twig, like somebody was walking. And we kept joking that it was like Bigfoot or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that we were with, her friends John and Liz, we all were like hearing these things. And then we would see like bits and pieces of clothes almost as like markings. I don't even know. It was weird. And then I think we even saw like a hut, but that could have been on Conundrum. I don't know. Anyway, very strange experience. Sangre de Cristos the vibes are interesting.
Yeah, they are interesting. Good vibes, weird vibes, really beautiful down there. And I highly recommend the UFO Watchtower and Joyful Journey. And then somebody said, oh yeah, Sin City Giggles said, tripping as in psychedelics. Yes. Yes, as in psychedelics. I still am a huge proponent of psychedelics. I think that they used correctly can be really beneficial. Also, you can't get addicted to them because you can't take them and have the same experience 2 days in a row. So it's like impossible to get addicted to, which I think is kind of cool. But anyways, that aside, Crestone's really cool. If you're going to come to Colorado, it's a really cool spot to like swing through. I wouldn't bank your whole vacation on it, but I would say that's a cool spot to swing through.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do down in that area. There's like an alligator farm or something too.
Yeah, there is. I've never been there, but my dad has. He said it's great. Have you been there, Haas?
No, I never.
No.
All right, so let's get into who Kristal was. So in listening to the podcast series, everybody that like talked about her said that she was like the sweetest person, that she had these big soulful eyes and like the most infectious, beautiful laugh, and that she loved to laugh, that like she was always laughing and that her laugh was really loud and like everybody loved her laugh. And she was a very spiritual person. I guess she was kind of into like Hinduism and Buddhism and like tarot reading. And she's from Arizona and moved to like Denver and kind of wasn't, I don't think like legally adopted by this man, but this was her like main father figure. And he kind of talks throughout the podcast. He's the one that's like put up the reward, which is still available, by the way, if anyone has any details or knows who killed her or any tips. There is a tip line. Yeah, but there's a $20,000 reward. So, and it's this man that's like been encouraging and like, I don't know, making sure that she is found, like her body is found.
Yeah, at least find her body. Shoot, like know what happened. Because I think it's crazy. She's just vanished, which is the portals thing, though. That's who knows. True.
Yeah. But she has a daughter named Akasha.
What up, Christy?
With a man named Elijah. I believe they met in Denver. She moved or like lived in Gunnison briefly, and then she was really drawn to Crestone. So she would go back and forth between Denver and Crestone because her daughter lived in Denver, and her daughter would come with her to Crestone and stay with her at times. But this was in 2015 that she moved to Crestone. Her dad or father figure is named Rodney, by the way. So then she's starting to like make friends. She gets a job at that brewery and stuff. And this, like, it's, again, Crestone's not very big. She lives or starts renting a room in this little apartment building. And she starts to like make friends with, it sounds like the wrong crowd. Like,
well, there's not much to do. Like when you say she rents an apartment, I'm trying to think of like, there was like nothing there. Like it was just a bunch of tiny little homestead looking houses.
Yeah.
It was like one neighborhood.
Yeah. There's one building that's got like apartments and she lived in that. that building, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, tiny town population of maybe 150 people. And there's in the podcast, Payne Lindsay interviews the locals, and there's people that kind of are there because they like discovered how beautiful the San Luis Valley is, and they just want to go there to kind of live a peaceful life. But the locals also say that there's a group of like, they call them the trust fund kids, because they're like, there's this man that says, oh, it's like the parents don't want to deal with them, so they send them to Crestone and like pay for their rent and everything so that they don't have to deal with them. And unfortunately, there is like this culture of like drugs and like just not good things. And so it sounds like Kristal kind of started getting involved with these people. So there's varying things about like her last sighting. So there's so many conflicting things about like who last saw her, if she was at the drum circle or not. Like there's people that swear that they saw her there, like the host, the guy that hosts the drum circles, and who knows if it was the same one that we got invited to. But he sounds like a really genuine, nice man, and he says that he did see Kristal there and that she was not in good spirits, that she seemed really down and like depressed. And there's so many conflicting things about like who says did it too. I saw in the comments of that video that they figured out who did it, but it turns out it wasn't that guy. Dreddy or whatever that I was telling you about.
Dreddy.
So her last confirmed sighting was in her studio apartment from her landlord, was like days prior to July 13th. And what's interesting is that everything, like her phone, her like tobacco, because I guess she like rolled her own cigarettes or something, her purse, her laptop, her medication, her like clothes, toiletries, fresh groceries, all still in her apartment. So like there's no sign that like she could have potentially like run off and like tried to start a new life somewhere else or something. You know what I mean? Like she would have taken something, some of her personal belongings. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, you would, if she was going to disappear voluntarily, yeah, she would take something.
Yeah,
or just like General McCaslin and Melissa Casillas, she'd just leave her phone, wallet, vape, and keys behind and then just leave. I don't know.
Yeah, so in early July, unfortunately, Kristal had shared with a few people that she had been drugged, and she was pretty sure that she had been, I don't know if I can say this word.
You can't, but you can say like something. I just wouldn't say anything that even rhymes with it, maybe.
R-worded?
Yeah.
She was R-worded.
Wait, she was slow? Like she was mentally challenged? No, I'm just kidding.
I would never. Don't, Nick.
I'm just kidding. There's too many R words.
And she said this took place at a guy named Catfish's house.
Oh man, Catfish.
The most interesting nickname. Catfish John. So that's pretty interesting.
Volume's low. I'll turn the volume up. Sorry, keep going, Kim.
So then, again, July 13th was her last confirmed sighting at her apartment. July 14th was the last contact that she made with any loved ones. July 18th, again, disputed, conflicting things surrounding her being at that drum circle, but that's when the drum circle took place. And then officially July 30th, her landlord, Ara is her name, reported her missing.
When did she report her missing? Like how long after she disappeared?
14. Or I guess whether or not she was seen at that drum circle, I guess it's just like people swear she wasn't there, and there's people that swear that they did see her. So that would have been July 18th. If that is the last time people saw her, that's 12 days later that she was reported missing.
Damn. That's a while.
Yeah.
Especially in a town of 150 people. You think that the next day they'd be like, yo, what's her name? Where's Kristal? Anybody seen her?
Yeah.
Makes it seem a little more nefarious.
Yeah, and like her loved ones, were all kind of like worried because they had always heard from her. Like even if I don't know, she always checked in with her daughter like every day and stuff like that. So they were all just like something isn't right. So then this investigative journalist, Payne Lindsay, he starts to like dive into the town and start like interviewing people and trying to like put together the pieces. And like one of the people that just continues to stand out to him is, and he honestly, Payne does not say this. He's very good at like just presenting the information that he gathers. But based on the information that he gathered, people were really starting to think that it could have been catfish drawn. And I was thinking maybe we could play part of that conversation that I showed you, Nick.
Yeah, we definitely need to play some of that conversation because you guys have to get a vibe
Just
of this.
to get
of
an
this,
understanding, yeah.
Of this catfish guy. Because, yeah, of all the people that they're accusing, they haven't been able to pin it on anybody. But then this guy just gives you the most guilty vibes ever, especially when he claims to have evidence to prove his innocence, but refuses to turn it over and then puts the reasoning back on the courts and the police, saying he'll be getting involved in some investigation if he posts or like exposes that information, which would vindicate him essentially. But then he goes on this rant of like whining and crying about how his whole life has been ruined because he's been accused of killing this girl. But when he says he has the proof to vindicate him, but then he won't show it. So it's like, dude, what is your problem? But when he talks, not only is he so drunk that you're like, what is this dude's problem? Yo, what up, Droda Mob? Sage. Stacia Burton at 150 is inaccurate. How much is it? But yeah, where do you have that?
I texted it to you.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, you guys just got to hear this dude. You'll probably feel similarly. Oh, is it the Spotify link?
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy to know about Crestone is that the nearest like police department, or like if you have to call 911 due to an emergency, they can't get there until like within like 45 minutes. Like
Yeah.
there's no police that like live in the town. It's just like it's kind of like off-grid living in a way. They really depend on like having trust in one another to like keep crime down and stuff.
Well, and wasn't there was like one cop for that whole area, and I feel like we saw him, and you were telling me about the story. There was like a car that like flew past us, and then wasn't there a cop that flew past us like right after that?
I didn't think there was.
I can't remember what happened, but I remember something weird happening with a car flying past us on our way back to the yurt.
It was actually pretty scary, yeah, because it was on our way home.
No, it was on our way back to the hotel or whatever.
Okay, yeah, but like
Yeah,
to Joyful
from
Journey.
Crestone. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was like a couple cars in front of us, and it was like a 2-lane highway. So one lane going one way, another lane going the other way. And out of nowhere, this like race car kind of looking car just speeds ahead of everybody and goes in front of like side by side with us for a second.
Mm-hmm. And it's dark. It's like pitch black. There's no city street lights. There's nothing. It's just middle of nowhere, black as night.
Yeah, and did they like slow down in front of us for a second too?
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
then they sped off randomly. Just like, it was so weird.
It was like they were trying to see who we were or
Mhm.
something. Like it was so
They didn't recognize our car or
weird.
something. Yeah, it was super weird. Like just everything about that whole trip was so weird. And yet we still had a great time.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was as dark as it actually is at that time. We didn't realize that until much like afterwards when we were starting to look into the case of that girl. We're like, oh shit, no, she really did disappear from the drum circle. This is wild. But yeah, so the whole trip was pretty wild. But let me play this real quick. This is that catfish guy. And this is the dude from the podcast that you were talking about, right? Who is interviewing him, just trying to get some answers to some questions that a lot of people have asked.
Yep. Payne Lindsay.
It's an hour long. Is there a spot you want me to go to?
The 4th of July sale at Furniture Row is on now, and the savings are explosive. Shop and experience the largest selection of sofas and sectionals, dining groups, bedroom sets, and mattresses, all at the lowest prices guaranteed.
Well,
and best of all, the more you buy, the more you save.
I
Is
didn't
the
know you could
government
skip the
hiding
ads.
proof
Keep
of
going.
intelligent life of high strain?
I'm sorry, what?
Just keep going until you hear him talk.
Oh, okay.
Goes deeper. Season
When they hear what that person has to say, right away they see red
Until you hear
flags.
catfish.
Right away they're going, that's her's pretty Hawkins.
It's like in the middle, I feel like.
I lived there for 17 years, and now I've got a bunch of gossip
What up, Shay?
fucking tweakers fucking talking to me about how, why would I hurt the
Cinnamon
girl?
roll
I
has
barely
your
knew
glasses.
her. She's a rainbow sister. It's my job to protect her.
Right.
Where are you at with this? Why are you doing this? And why is this happening to me?
I have a podcast called Up and Vanished, and it's about missing persons. I have family in Colorado, so I heard about
Me too.
Kristal's
Me too.
story, and so I started looking into it.
Oh, well, how nice of you. So listen, what have you, I have not taken, here's how you know I'm innocent. I have yet to take the time to listen to one word of one podcast. You see what I'm saying, friend? Like I'm done being accused of like, it's the last crime I would ever commit, pretty much. Like, it's like up there with, like, I can't even think of one at the moment, honestly. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like a little bit of selling some pot in the park. This ain't about like some fucking, this is a rainbow sister who allegedly was all these bad things happened to her, which, first of all, there's been no crime.
What happened to Kristal?
I don't know. I've told the CBI, the Bureau, and the locals all I can possibly give them and more. Dreddy Brian, Tom, did admit to doing something, but he could have been saying it to be funny or something like that.
Yeah, that's so funny. It was me that made that girl disappear. You're so funny, bro.
Yeah, like he could have been saying it to be funny.
Like what? That
every-
doesn't even make sense.
And this guy, he like just speaks in like riddles and circles, and like just everything about him feels
Mm-hmm.
weird to me. I don't like him.
Well, and the fact that he's already so wasted, you're like, it's so annoying. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. When you quit drinking, people who drink are so annoying. But I just consider it my
People who
my
are
payback.
wasted.
Yeah, people who are wasted, not people who drink. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, people who are drunk and are wasted are super annoying. But I just consider it my forever punishment for how annoying I probably was during my drinking days. So, but yeah, and I'm stoked that Kim's here. I love that she does these with me. Thanks for doing live streams and doing research and talking conspiracies and stuff with me.
Of course. I love it too. I'm happy to be here too. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for being here, Haas.
Yeah.
Good kid.
Haas is editing photos.
But he basically said he confessed and he did it. However, that I'm not able to get involved in that, I'm guessing, because that's called a federal investigation I would be interfering in. So unless you have some kind of like large amount of money, I'm joking, I'm not in this for the money either, but I'm not in the fucking mood for jokes. Like, I'm being harassed. I ran out of my own village that I built, man. 11 years I've been there with my kid, and now I'm not even with her anymore. Like, so this story about, we just want justice for Kristal's kid and stuff.
Right.
I do too, but you know what?
I mean, are
I
you still
don't
friends
know
with Brian?
anything. Fuck no. Why would I be friends with someone after they said something like that?
Why aren't you friends anymore?
Excuse me. He said that he'd done something that I would be completely against doing.
Which was what?
Look, this is my interview of you, sir. This is not your interview of me, respectfully. I hear your canvas. You're a good canvasser. You'd be great going door to door with Kirby. I do not mean to offend you.
He's like, no, this is my interview. I'm asking the questions. And he's like, wait, no, I'm actually the interviewer. Like, what? This dude's crazy.
You're welcome to ask him questions. I'll answer any question you have.
Leo, listen to me. Turn your recorder off if you want. Then that'd be my question. But secondly, you're not going to do that. And third, I I had nothing to do with this. Why would I tell you something that I wouldn't tell any of my friends? Why would I do something like this to begin with? What is this? And this hasn't even necessarily, hopefully nothing's happened. She's been missing 5 times before and shown up at Disneyland. Maybe we should check Disneyland.
Well, you know, I'm not
I mean, for
accusing
one
you of
thing,
anything. I've never accused you
I
of
don't give
anything.
a shit what you're accusing me of, sir. I'm asking you, have you been slandering me on live podcasts for money?
No, I've never slandered you. I've only
He's like, yeah, no, I've never talked about you or slandered you on my podcast, or I've never accused you of anything on my podcast. He's like,
I don't give a shit what
you
you're
accuse
accusing me of. I just don't want you slandering me.
Dude, what are you talking about?
in the facts and the truth. I learned about your name because of the police report. Kristal was at your house around your birthday, correct?
I'm not answering your questions like that, sir.
Okay, who's that in the background?
You're in here. You're in this for money. I'm in this for my life.
All I do is I play what people tell me, and I want you to tell me what you know, or what you don't know, or how you feel about all this.
Considering you're again asking me to interfere with a federal investigation,
I'm working with the family, her daughter, Rodney, Amy, all these people, Mikey. They all want to know what happened to Kristal, and you're the last person to see her,
I know them,
as we
and
know.
They know me, and they know I didn't do anything. So it's like
Sarah said he's allergic to listening.
Literally.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to anything. But he's also wasted, so he's probably just wanting to talk.
Or on pills.
Yeah, actually, no, because he does say something about Quaaludes later in the interview. He's like, oh, I couldn't take enough Quaaludes to let him like do something to me or something sexual to me. Yeah, I don't remember what he said exactly, but he definitely is on some sort of
He's
downers.
on something.
Mm-hmm. And drunk.
But one thing's for sure is the Hoover administration likely has
Whoever talks about the Hoover administration, dude, what is he talking about?
jurisprudence over that little situation there. As far as who you're doing it for, if I go against the FBI and hand you information that they're sitting on, likely because they know what they're doing and know how to do their job, I could be in a little bit of trouble.
I know about the Facebook message.
You don't have server-side date stamp.
What's that?
Nothing. Understand? You don't have the recipient in, and you don't have Facebook's timestamped server in. Kind of like a being, like, basically it proves that, like, that they did where it came from. It wasn't typed at the same person. You know that it's real.
So you're pretty good with computers, right?
No, not really at all. I'm a photographer, and I've lost all my computers and everything I own.
Didn't you give Kristal a $10 computer book?
If I did, I have no recollect of it. Oh, a book. You mean like a literary book?
Yeah, like a book.
I thought you meant like a Chromebook or something. I know that she was said to have taken one, and I'm happy that she did. It was a very small, very what would you call it? It was like the T-ball or the kindergarten of exploring Wi-Fi networks. Basically, it was my name for it. I don't remember the real name for it. Is How to Hack Amazon for $10 books on how to hack Amazon. Like, it was basically about, how to get a free Wi-Fi.
Someone told me a story about seeing you, some sort of van, gold, blue van or something, and what looked like a...
Oh, real quick. I think it was Sage said those trust fund kids are called Trustafarians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My sister has called them that before.
So funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off. I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Body rolled up in a shovel in the pouring rain.
This person's
Hang on, let me go
lying.
back. What did he say?
How to get a free Wi-Fi.
Someone told me a story about seeing you, some sort of van, gold, blue van or something, and what looked like a body rolled up in a shovel in the pouring rain.
This person's lying to you for certain. You're speaking with now is definitely not. I've never been in a van gold. She weighed, 200 pounds, something like that? I weigh 140. We see that happening with a carpet wrapped up in it? Come on, man. And then I'm the one that has resources to leave there and stayed for 3 years.
From what I can tell, you were the last person to see Kristal.
Well, unless she's all alone and left all on her own, obviously that's not true.
Do you think she left on her own?
What? Sir, you might think I'm an idiot, but you know I'm not this dumb. Do you think that if I did something harmful to her, I would be the one saying that? Then who else said that? Because I sure as shit didn't say it, and we know that. If you had a badge, I would.
This comment, I think I got contact high listening to this episode.
For real.
Yeah, this dude is nuts, I swear. And he's just so argumentative, and everything he says just seems to make him more suspicious. I'm like, bro, just shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was going to respond to something, but never mind. Let me keep playing this, because actually, literally, I could totally listen to the rest of this interview. I actually did want to last night, but I was working, so I didn't.
If you had it, I haven't even listened. Here's how innocent
I'm working with the family.
Hear me. I want you to hear me. I have not listened to 1 second of one podcast. I'm that innocent of it. You see what I'm saying there?
Kristal's family asked me.
I don't. What am I to do when I've answered every question I could over and over again
I just think it's interesting that he's like, I haven't listened to one podcast episode. Like, that shows that I'm innocent. Like, how? I don't understand his logic there. Like, why does he think that shows that he's innocent? If anything, it shows that he's avoiding. Because if you know, he wasn't close, allegedly, to Kristal at all. Like, again, she accused him, or maybe not him, but at his house, of being drugged and R-worded very shortly before she went missing. And, like, that's crazy in and of itself. They have hung out before they knew each other. It's a small town.
And she was telling people about what happened.
Yeah, so if anything, if he is innocent, wouldn't his logic be to listen because you want to figure out where your friend went? Like,
yeah, you would think so.
Yeah, I could. Here I am exposing myself unnecessarily to things like that. And it's because I actually care also. But I care about my life as well.
Have people been treating you differently?
Brother, I couldn't go to town for 3 years because everyone looking at me going, that's the guy that I heard, someone heard did it. No one told you directly that they saw me put somebody in a van, man. I heard them rumors, dude. It's all about, I heard that so-and-so heard that so-and-so saw that 5 parties once more removed. John did something that looked like he went and took the trash to the curb or something. I mean, seriously, I have nothing to do with harming her in any way whatsoever. And you need to understand that if we are ever going to talk politely.
On June 28th in 2016, Kristal said that she was raped at your house. Is that true?
She did not say this.
Yes, she did. She said it to Aura, said it to Eli. That's 3 different people.
That I don't know, that don't know me, and the truth is, it's not true.
What happened that night?
What night?
June 28th, 2016, went and picked Kristal up from your house in the middle of the night.
No, actually, she was scared of him, and she left him to come for safety. Now, I sound like I'm saying some shit here, so I'm just going to stop, but that's the truth from me to you. That's what happened.
Why would she make that up?
Because that little pink-haired freak was making it up for reasons of his own that I'm not to slander him on.
But did Aura make it up too? And
I don't know Aura.
The landlord, and then Eli.
I don't know either one of them.
They both told me that Kristal told them she was raped at your house on June 28th. Why would Kristal make that up?
I wasn't even there then. That was the week after my birthday.
No, that's July. Hold on, June 28th.
And also, you know what, sir? Do you want to cut the check today, or do you want to cut this check later? Because honestly, you're making some shit up and falsely accusing me of it. I know both of them, and for a fact, they did not tell you that.
What are you talking about, cutting a check? What do you mean?
Like in half, because I don't want any money out of this.
What do you mean, like a
I
check?
don't want to earn off of this like you, sicko. I don't want to falsely accuse me of this. I don't want to sound like an angry person like I am, but I am telling you, I'm getting 50 messages a day or more of people saying that this guy is fucking slandering me on this podcasting, and I'm so innocent I haven't even listened to the podcast. You're trying to frame me up for money.
I'm so innocent, I haven't even listened to the podcast. Because that's what guilty people would do. They would listen to it.
Yeah, innocent people don't say, I'm innocent, I haven't listened to the podcast.
Like, bro, I didn't even know about the podcast. You probably didn't either. Also, I've seen a couple people talking about this. They're like, oh, I saw Crestone and I thought you guys were going to be talking about Mother God. I'm like, I totally spaced on that story. We should totally cover that one week.
Yeah.
The colloidal silver chick.
It's another one. Little
Crestone.
I guess it was
chick.
in Moffat or how do you say that?
Moffat.
Moffat? Is it Moffat?
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's actually where that lady lived in that cult. But very
Really
close
close,
to
yeah.
Crestone. Pretty much the same.
Same vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Small town, lots of silver to drink.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I've heard there's a lot of health benefits for sure of colloidal silver, but that lady was overdoing it. Like, I feel like that's all she was living on.
Yeah, she was turning purple.
Yeah.
That shit was wild. But yeah, no. Man. Sorry, I was trying to see what Nameless Nick said because it sounds like a great time. Yeah, honestly, the Mother God thing for sure should be a topic.
I'm not trying to frame you, man.
Imagine someone you know and love coming up and putting that to your head in the middle of the night. That is a terrible thing to wake up to, and that's what's happened to me the past 3 nights, three years in a row. I wake up, people accusing me of shit like that. I mean, like this, like people that were friends, I thought.
Right.
The truth is, everyone out there that's not, except for those that aren't, are all on man-made salts, talking about who do you think is crazy and how. Think about that for a minute. And these are going to be reliable and credible witnesses? Unlikely. But woman telling...
Really quickly, too, you heard Payne ask Catfish about the van and stuff that he was reported being seen with. And where that came from was a tip from some people who said that they were like out and about and that he had a van, that he was by a van and that he had a body-shaped like bag with him.
Who is this?
An anonymous tip.
Said that Catfish did?
Yeah, on some random day that it was raining. And so
Weird.
that's when Payne had asked Catfish, like, what about the van? And he's like, I haven't had a van. I've never been in a van, even Scooby-Doo or something like that. So
Yeah, hang on, let me rewind it because, yeah, whatever he said about Scooby-Doo was freaking hilarious.
Are all on man-made salt. And that's what's happened to me the past 3 nights. And I'm so... I don't... For a fact, they did not tell you that.
What are you talking about, cutting a check? What do you mean?
But I'm someone you know and love coming up and putting that to your head in the middle of the
Did I
night.
pass
That is
it?
a terrible thing to wake up to. And that's what's happened to me the past 3 nights, three years. I don't want to falsely accuse me of this. I don't...
What are you talking about, cutting a check? What do you
Making it up for reasons of his own that I'm not to slander him on.
But did Aura make it up too?
Maybe he re-asks him, and we haven't gotten to that part yet. So just go back to where we were.
Fact.
I never said that. That's other people who said that. That's what other people
You're
said.
lying to me when you say they said that.
That doesn't make sense.
You're saying they
That doesn't make
said
sense.
things that they did not say.
I recorded
Okay.
people who told me that Kristal said that she was raped at your house on June 28th.
And I did the Roswell incident with the fucking 16 gauge in 1920.
My first call with Catfish was interesting, to say the least, but not exactly productive. He was obviously angry that people in Crestone were suspicious of his involvement. But my main focus was on something different. Kristal's accusation that she was drugged and raped at his house on June 28th, 2016. Let's go through what Kristal's friends have told me about this incident. This is Aura, Kristal's landlord.
Catfish was the last person to call her on her phone, which was left behind in her apartment. When I started talking with her friends that were coming by looking for her, they all said the same thing, which was she has to be at Catfish's. I mean, we're talking like 15 people all said the same thing. When I put the two together of her saying I went to this party and got drugged and raped, and then I heard all those rumors, and then she was headed over there as her last thing to do before she disappeared, it just leads me to believe that either something bad happened to her while she was there or after she was there.
And here's what the Crestone boyfriend told me.
She wanted me to stay with her because she had some fucked up shit happen to her at Catfish's. Like, she was trying to tell me that there was a bunch of people over there, but she couldn't remember. And I've never seen her that scared. She told me that she was held there against her will. She thought she might have gotten raped.
According to him, this happened on the night of June 28th.
When I went and picked her up from Catfish's house on June 28th, after she got raped, she was very mixed up about it. I wanted to go to the police about it. I was trying to talk to her. She felt like it was too late, that she didn't do a rape kit or anything.
Since Kristal's been missing, he says that Catfish has tried several times to reach out to him on Facebook.
I blocked him because he kept trying to get a hold of me and stuff. He was like just trying to send me all this peace and love shit. I had known that he like raped her. I blocked his account.
But it wasn't just the Crestone boyfriend who knew this story.
So the boyfriend saying that it was actually Catfish that did that to her, not just that she was at his place when it happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like, he's one person that people are saying did it, but I guess, unfortunately, both of them have since passed due to overdoses.
That was actually the question I was looking for earlier when I was blanking out. Somebody asked what happened to him. But yeah, they both overdosed and died.
Yeah, and something that's like, so if you believe in like synchronicities, something that's kind of cool that I feel like is worth mentioning is that in like episode like 5 or 6 in this podcast series, Payne Lindsay interviews a lady that is from Denver that was kind of a mentor of sorts for Kristal in the tarot world. So like taught her a lot, everything that she knew about tarot, she learned from this lady, and they ended up being really close friends and keeping in touch. And she had given Payne a call because she's like, she tells this story and it's so interesting. She's like, I'm not the type of person that watches TV. I don't ever watch TV. I have a TV, but I rarely ever turn it on. This particular night, I get home and for whatever reason, I feel like turning on my TV. And she's like, and I don't really have much to watch on there. It's like a bunch of local channels and that's it. She's like, and then this band, that either it was I think it was the band of the Grateful Dead before they were the Grateful Dead.
Oh, I can't remember what their name was.
So it's a performance of a recording of one of their performances. And
that's cool. It's like the Warlocks or something like that, I think is their name.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Warlocks.
And the song that they're singing is about catfish. It's like don't go down to Catfish. I don't even know if it's like Catfish John even, but it was like, don't go down to Catfish something. We should look up the lyrics.
Hang on, I will. What do you know what they OD'd on?
I don't actually.
Yeah, here we go. Oh wait, I'll go back. OD'd on a speedball of the fentanyl and the math. Didn't do his math properly, it sounds like, because... And now, damn, look at this. Died September 22nd, 2022. What was the other dude's name? It was Dreddy something.
Dreddy Brian or something.
Yeah, Dreddy Brian. Dreddy Brian is allegedly the guy that they say did it. Because he allegedly admitted to it for whatever reason or not. I don't know what the actual like story behind that is. Maybe you do, Kim?
No, and I didn't realize that the second podcast series had existed, but this is like freaking 13 episodes long, so I only had time to listen to all these.
Dreddy
but
died
there's another
from,
series in 2025. Where
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they explain all that stuff.
We're definitely gonna have to listen to that because I definitely want to listen to the rest of that. Microdose, yeah, I would say a half. I would start with a half gram is a good microdose. Yeah, maybe tops, and then give that a half hour to an hour, and then see what happens after that. If you're feeling like taking another half, then you could do that and take another gram. But usually a half gets me feeling a little weird, but not totally like you're out of your mind at all. You're still pretty coherent and just feel good, you know? But Dreddy died from black tar and kratom intoxication, which is a interesting combo. Let's see. Yeah, there's some mini pizzas in the freezer. Yeah, that is, I mean, honestly, it makes sense. And I feel like people who live in extreme guilt have to rely on substances to get by. So that could be why they ended up overdosing, because they just couldn't live with the pain of what they'd done or whatever, you know, so it leads to them just abusing drugs to escape it, and then eventually leads to them ODing, because they just keep going more and more, deeper and deeper. Oh, but what was the song you were saying to look up?
I'm trying to find it right now, actually. It's you. I think you are correct that their name was the Warlocks.
Yeah, I didn't actually know that until fairly recently. I was looking into some MK Ultra stuff and I learned that. Catfish John. Here we go, right here. Jerry Garcia.
Terry Carver's
Oh wait, it's
State
just the
Senator
Jerry Garcia band playing it. Am I like logged into my other? I can't play this very far.
Okay, I found it.
Okay, well we can't play much of it because I'll get copyrighted.
Well, you don't even have to play it. I just wanted to talk about the lyrics.
Oh, okay. Wait, is it on Spotify?
I
'Cause
don't
I can
know.
pull up the lyrics.
Mama said, "Don't
What's
go
the
near that
song name?
river." Catfish John. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John, but come the morning, I'd always be there. Anyway, that's wild. The name in and of itself is wild. Catfish John. And this lady never turns on her TV. Like, and then it turns out too that the Grateful Dead was actually Kristal's favorite band. So she's like, I feel like that was like Kristal trying to communicate with me. And so
That's
she like
super
reported
wild.
that to Payne.
That's actually really wild.
Right? I believe in that type of stuff. So
Especially when it comes to Jerry Garcia.
what?
Jerry Garcia, kind of like from Half Baked, he's just magical. I was hoping it would show me the lyrics on here, but it's not. It's probably because it's the desktop version. I don't know. Yeah, for real. You got to be living a crazy life to be mixing drugs like that. Yeah, did you hear it? Dreddy died from black tar and kratom intoxication.
Yeah, that's freaking wild.
Also, I don't know a lot of people that are taking kratom and the pain pills, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Maybe he was trying to get off of the pain pills, and so he's taking both. But
yeah, well, they were, I think, both involved, in my opinion, and they were self-medicating to not feel guilty or something. I don't know. That's my theory.
That's my theory too. And they got to a certain point where they're like, honestly, I don't even want to do it anymore. Just take too much, or they got a bad batch of something. Well, I mean, Catfish John was already messing with fentanyl, so he didn't really have a chance. I don't know anybody that messes with that stuff that doesn't end up having a problem. Not just like an addiction problem, like like serious problems. They're using small doses of mushrooms to treat Alzheimer's patients with at least one case of an octogenarian who recovered both speech and memories and bodily functions. I fully believe that, because the science of mushroom like rehab is that you have to set intentions, but you're actively rewiring the brain neuron connections in your brain. So if there's a blockage in your brain for some reason, or damage to your brain, or a trauma, you can reroute the neural pathways for certain things, certain ways of thinking or ways of seeing things, or even just like the way that your body's MO operates. So that's kind of like the science, at least according to Paul Stamets.
Very cool. So yeah, they've used cadaver dogs. They've gone on searches. They still have yet to find her body, and it's what's hard is Crestone used to be like a mining town, so there's all kinds of like mine shafts that I guess she could be in, which is scary.
Yeah, and honestly, those are really like people don't go down into those because they're really not safe anymore. Like they could just cave in on you at any time. They don't
Really?
have because they don't have the same structures that were in there to like protect you, and they're basically just eroded. Who knows how long they've been eroding or what's in there, animals, whatever. Who knows? So a lot of them aren't safe at all for people to go in and search. They'd have to have like an official search team with like safety stuff, and to search all of them would be a pretty big feat, I'm sure, especially for tiny ass little Crestone. That's why the CBI had to get involved, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, because tiny ass little police department, like 2 officers, like a sheriff and a deputy.
Yeah. I guess in the 2025 like revisited episodes.
Wait,
Kane-
Stacia said, don't forget Kristal's tattoo that she regretted.
I don't know what that means actually.
Yeah, see, now I'm curious. Also, Stacia, how do you know so much about it? Did you say you were from Crestone? Maybe I didn't see something. Hang on. Let me see if it's on here. Yeah, see, look. This is one of the mine shafts. And
That looks sketchy.
yeah, they are sketchy. Like they're just abandoned mine shafts. So who knows? And honestly, if I was being truthfully realistic, she's probably in one of them because everybody in that area knows that there's mine shafts around and that people are probably not going to search there. Sorry, I was trying to see if it said anything about her tattoo.
Yeah, I'm curious what that is.
Locals who claim to have seen her on the outskirts of town after a full moon drum circle on July 18th, but the sighting was ultimately never confirmed. Oh wait, let me see if Stacia said anything in here. They did their tattoo together. What was it though? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Let me look it up though. I'm super annoying when I drink, you guys. I'm the worst. Look at this guy. This is that catfish guy, by the way. Doesn't he just give you the worst vibes? Does her missing poster say anything about the tattoo? No. Was it this one?
She regretted her tattoo?
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, I'm super curious.
And this is that Dreddy Brian
what
guy.
it means.
Both of which have passed since.
And if my memory serves,
Both
that's
weird.
what the guy that asked me to go to the drum circle looked like.
This dude?
The one on the picture on the right resembles more what I remember.
The guy on the right. Yeah, and that's the Dreddy guy. All right, let me see if there's anything on the search.
And I'm not saying that it was him. I'm just saying like that's what the guy looked like that
It was him.
invited me.
I mean, it could have been, honestly. Who knows? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that mentions the tattoo right off the bat. Stacia, what What was this tattoo? I'm super curious now. Wonder if you can see it. It looks like a picture there. He did have a criminal record. Driving while at the wheel, driving, what? Serious injury? Wait, what is AWDW? And, oh, yep, possessing math. Let's see. Stacia just said it was, what, it was a rainbow? Or it was a gay tattoo? That's funny. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not finding anything about the tattoo.
I asked Grok about her tattoos, so I guess there was a jester tattoo on her leg, frequently noted as one of her prominent distinctive pieces. It fits her wild, free-spirited, colorful vibe. An angel wings tattoo. This one carries the most spiritual contextual significance. Friends and those close to her interpreted a photo taken during searches over a mine shaft showing what looked like angel wings in the light/smoke as a possible sign from Kristal herself, her way of communicating or watching over the investigation. Oh.
Well, that was weird. Wait, what? Say that one more again for the people in the back.
Angel wings tattoo. This one carries the most spiritual contextual significance. Friends and those close to her interpreted a photo taken during searches over a mine shaft showing what looked like angel wings in the light/smoke as a possible sign from Kristal herself, her way of communicating or watching over the investigation.
And it was over a mine shaft.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we can see, I wonder if that picture is, you should like maybe Google like smoke, or I guess mine shaft pictures from Kristal Reisinger investigation. I don't see one with smoke. Oh, there. That's got to be it. And then I wonder if we have a picture of her tattoo that we can also like side by side compare it to.
That's freaky. Yeah, it makes me want to... Wait, is it the Murder Diaries podcast? Is that the same podcast you were listening to?
No, it's up and vanished.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should check this one out. This is the one with that on it. It's the Murder Diaries podcast. Let me see if there's any pictures of her tattoos, but I looked through a bunch of pictures of her to make the thumbnail, and they're all mostly the same. There's not any that really show any tattoos.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now, and I can't find it.
Can't take the psycho look out of their eyes during a mugshot. So true. Especially when you go in there wasted or high. You can see the demons. Yeah, especially in that mugshot. Like, literally, he looks so evil. He looks like he's... I don't know. He just looks so evil. Doesn't he look like he's glaring at you from a table across the restaurant?
Yeah, he looks angry.
You're like, dude, what's the guy looking at me for? Stop. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think in the chat, if this catfish guy... Or do you think maybe both of them? Because they were friends, right? The Streddy guy and Brian?
Mm-hmm. I guess Brian and Kristal dated briefly, and he's who introduced Kristal to catfish.
This Denver area mom moved to the mountains a year ago seeking religious enlightenment, then disappeared.
Somebody in this town knows, and they're too much of a coward to come forward.
The hunt for a missing Colorado mom takes the Fox 31 problem solvers deep into the rugged mine shafts of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains.
It's been 2 years, so at this point we're looking for a body, and as sad as it is to say, we're looking for bones.
Friends believe finding Kristal Ann Reisinger requires both a physical search and an open mind regarding alternate possibilities.
You know, we keep hearing two pieces of information every time our Problem Solvers team goes back to the Crestone area.
So one, 29-year-old Kristal Annie Reisinger did not walk off and disappear on her own in July of 2016. And then two, detectives have spoken with...
Yeah, Sage. They both clean their places super hard. And Catfish, even in that interview, was talking about, he kept making excuses like, I had to leave my village, my town that I built myself, blah, 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 because everywhere I went, people would be like, that's the guy that did blah, blah, blah to Kristal. And so he's blaming it on everybody else. That's the reason why he left.
But his house was gutted, and there's no, like, evidence that he was the one that did that. Like, people are thinking, well, maybe the homeowners just wanted to, like, make sure that it was, like, cleaned, because he was obviously a rug in the rug business.
Well, and yeah,
rug selling.
When you do math that much, then you have to actually, like, you can't, like, legally, they have to go in and, like, have a professional team clean it and remove all of the remnants. I don't really know exactly how it is, because that happened to my grandparents' neighbor's house.
It could be, like, something like that. However, it was, like, Payne had gone to go see if, like, he was living there at one point, and then, like, weeks later... gone, everything gone, literally everything. And then he's like, you can hear him talking about, this is something kind of weird, you can hear him talking about how he, like, doesn't even have his computers or anything anymore. So why did he get rid of all of his computers and stuff? Like,
and that's what she was saying, that they completely scrubbed and destroyed their computers.
See?
And yeah, because they're smart enough to know.
That.
Yeah, they're smart enough to know that you can't just scrub a computer. It has to be physically completely destroyed to where they can't even access it.
Yeah, and he was really good with computers. Like, he was able to, like, hack Amazon and get himself, like, gift cards for Amazon for free some way.
Really?
Yep.
That's so wild. Yeah, all the forensics are gone, and unfortunately, it's just a small little police force down there. And by the time the CBI got involved,
rug merchant.
That's funny. But yeah, once the CBI got involved, there's no evidence to pin it on them. Plus, there's no body, and it's really, really hard to prove a bodiless murder case. So, yeah, if they were ever going to get charged, I feel like it would have been when they found the body. But they still haven't found that. Now they're both dead. So.
But again, I want to listen to the revisited series. In episode 1, I wonder if we can, like, easily get to it, because Payne confronts Catfish IRL face to face. And so I'd be curious to hear. Yeah, I don't like that he doesn't have any, like, visual. It's all just audio, but still it'd be interesting to, like, listen to at least. It would be Up and Vanished. I think it's called Revisited.
Oh, Up and Vanished Revisited?
Yeah, let me see if I can't find it.
Up and Vanished, Kristal Reisinger, Part 2, The Men Who Knew. This is what popped up.
That sounds right, but I don't know if that's going to lead you to it, because if we can listen on that, I don't know.
Is Up and Vanished on YouTube?
Yes, but also on Spotify. YouTube was weird for me to source, because it was like, oh, okay.
I make true crime podcasts.
It was super easy for you.
Oh, because it's on Tenderfoot.
Tenderfoot, yes. So.
Hang on, let me just search it directly. Up and Vanished, Revisited series, Kristal Reisinger.
What do you guys think? Drop it in the chat. What do you think of Catfish? Is he just an idiot, or did he have any involvement? What do you think took place at his house, you know, on June 28th, the night that Kristal claims really bad things happened to her? What are everyone's thoughts?
No, I don't see it on here. I can go back to Spotify. It was a different podcast than the one we were listening to, though, or a different episode.
Yeah, because this was in 2018 that all of this investigation was originally taking place, and this recently released one is from 2025.
What was the name of the podcast again? I'm just blanking out.
Up and Vanished.
We'll search 2025. We'll see if that does it. Oh, here we go. The Kristal Reisinger case, episode 1 revisited.
Yes.
But then we've got, Pain Faces Catfish. This is it. Okay, cool. Let's check it out.
Takeout. Customers buy more than just a missing person. She was a mother. One location. But Crestone also has a darker side. Never got the chance.
And
Camry and Raph.
The girl, I barely knew her.
Oh, wait.
Hey, man, this is John.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Payne.
That's who he's recording. Are you recording this?
So that's the first combo.
You're
from a local man.
Find mommy. Her stepfather, Rodney, refuses to give up hope. I'll sell everything I own if it means finding her, he said. This story isn't over.
Kristal's landlord, Ara McDonald, tells the Fox 31 problem solvers she listened to Kristal's cell phone messages, hoping to find clues.
There were a few things that were really sketchy.
Kristal's last message was reportedly from a local man with a felony criminal history of assaulting and drugging a victim. Records show Kristal never made a police report, but Saguache County Sheriff Dan Warwick has not ruled out silencing her as a possible motive for foul play.
She was very disturbed, very upset. She told me people had drugged and raped her. The guys that are directly involved in Kristal's rape have strong ties in a drug market that goes back and forth directly from Crestone to Denver. Kristal had made the decision to do something about it. She wanted them to be accountable for their actions, and that's when she went missing. I strongly believe she was murdered by these guys.
That was the stepdad?
No, that sounded like an investigator, like a police officer or something.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. They think that she was going to rat on their little rug business,
Yeah.
their merchant operation.
5-year-old daughter who is Kristal's disappearance.
Dr. Phil, ew.
Chris came forward and said what?
This individual came to me and claims to have audio and video evidence of what happened, and there was multiple people there, so they all know about it, and they all got rid of her body.
What did he say happened to the body?
I heard that she was burned.
Well, up in Crestone, it's not uncommon for somebody to go up hiking and be overdue coming home or coming back.
After she went missing, her friends were coming around looking for her, and all of them were all saying that she had to be at Catfish's. There
That was Ara, her landlord.
were actually people convinced that she was being held there and that she was still there. It's either Catfish did something or Catfish is connected to people who did something to her, and they're all part of that group.
Is he still in town?
No, he skipped town around the time when the podcast came out. And then his house was gutted, and they even removed the windows.
What?
According to the police, Catfish.
Yeah, that's not like a math company coming through to clean the house. I don't think they removed the windows.
Elwood Oddfrogs says that she lived in Crestone, and she just said Catfish, LOL. So did you know Catfish?
Or do you just think his name is dumb?
Gutted his house out and cleaned everything. Bleached everything. Got rid of all of his computers.
Wait, yeah, she said sketchy a fucker as they come.
Oh my god.
All right, Elwood, we got to have some sort of something from you
Come
about
on.
this.
Share.
Give us an interaction that you
live in
had.
Crestone, you can. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you have to know everybody. There's, what was it? Stacia said it wasn't 150 people, but I mean,
It might be more
probably,
than
like,
that, but that's how many
it's
people are
definitely less
actually
than
like
1,000.
registered in the city of Crestone. to
That's
live
so
there.
crazy that you knew him. Is that why you clicked? You're like, Crestone, what the nobody ever talks about that except for Mother God. Sarah says, spill.
Not a good guy, y'all. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He
So-
sounds very bad.
What do you think, Elwood? Do you think he did it? Or do you actually, this dude's theory was that Payne that said that it was a group of them? Makes a lot of sense to me. That seems to happen a lot in drug communities. Somebody ends up getting killed for one reason or another, and then everybody's kind of in on the cover up because it's either you're a rat or you've got to be in on it.
Yeah, or they've got like information that could like make them look bad, and so they're like, if you know, they kind of like what is it called, like blackmail them or whatever to
Yeah, and you're right, Ilon. Burning a body is not easy, and it's got to get super hot for a long time, and it stank. So
That's why they were thinking that the cadaver dogs could find it, even if they had attempted that.
high and drunk and sleazy. Always check the fuck out. You just seen him around plenty. Okay, wait. Elwood, what about Mandala Pizza? What are they doing in Mandala Pizza after hours?
Why do they hold meetings?
Yeah,
there
because
after
maybe you have to
hours?
go back and start from the beginning. But Kim and I went to Crestone and had the weirdest experience at Mandala Pizza.
Very, very strange.
Also, Crestone Brewing is fire. Crestone from Buena Vista, I would say, is probably 4 hours. No, maybe 3 hours. No, it's probably 4 hours because it's 3 hours from here, isn't it?
Crestone is roughly like 2 hours and 45 minutes, so about 3 hours.
Yeah. Buena Vista's sick. Kim and I are going to go get a tattoo out there at some point from her tattoo artist that she got a tattoo from before.
Yes.
Human
She's
portals.
so talented.
Yeah, we were talking about the portals earlier. I'm assuming she's been, or Elwood's been to the UFO Watchtower.
Should we continue playing this?
Yeah, we should continue playing this. I'm still curious
Got
what
rid
Elwood
of
has to
all.
say. Dad just corrected us via text message saying that it's an hour and 20 minutes from Buena Vista to Crestone.
I don't know if that's what he's saying or not. He didn't text me back.
I think that is what he's saying. I'm hoping so. Which is actually a lot faster than I thought. But I guess you probably can cutting through the mountains. I don't know, man.
Dear Soccer.
So I think this rock
Does he actually confront him? Like, what's going on here?
right here is the tip the guy was talking about. There's a mine shaft over here. This is the general area. We've crossed.
Up in Vanished Season 2.
I'm already here in the park.
I've got a lot of frustrations. The whole being falsely accused is like one of the only.
Come on. Give me a shout.
They agreed to meet at a park. Payne showed up and waited and waited. But Catfish never showed up. So he called him.
What are you doing, John? Let's go. I'm gonna try calling him. Hey, dude. I'm already here in the park.
I've got a lot of frustrations. The whole being falsely accused is like one of the only worst things I could think of.
People said that Kristal was last seen with you. That's where it all started.
I want your honesty. See what I'm saying? You're not being honest with me.
In his police report, she was last seen at your house around your birthday. And you told me that, which is true, but you said she went somewhere else, though, afterwards.
That's not true. But I still do.
How do you believe she's alive, dude?
How can you think she's not? There is so
Because
much
the evidence doesn't point that way.
There is no evidence point the other way except for the fact that she ain't dead.
Trotomob said,
That
appreciate
kind
it,
of makes
Pops.
sense to me.
How do you know for sure she's not dead?
It seems like this. Oh, can't see me. Am I dead?
I mean, what's your evidence that proves she's alive, man? If she is, then why haven't you found her yet?
That's like this. I have people telling me to prove my innocence.
No, I'm saying prove she's alive. Let's find her. This is about Kristal. It's not about you. Let's find Kristal.
Find her? She doesn't want to be found because it's not safe for her as a thought.
So she's hiding and doesn't want to be found, but she's alive and she left her daughter? Why would she ever leave her daughter, man? That makes no sense. Come on, man. You said you would meet with me, man.
I did not say I would meet with you.
You always told me that you wanted to meet with me. You said no more Facebook, no more phone call, to meet in person, man to man.
Well, come to this bar I'm at, man. Give me 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll meet you there.
He should be worried too if she's alive.
After some back and forth, Catfish finally agreed to meet, but at a bar down the street instead. For his safety, Payne chose a booth on the outdoor patio, a hidden microphone under his shirt, and cameras rolling from a parking lot on the hill above.
But she was at your house. Then she left, though, right?
Yeah, she left, but she left with the guy she slept with.
Was she ever at your house drugged out to the point where she was unconscious? Ever?
I can smell the gaslighting.
Why do you think she told Nathan that she thinks that she was raped at your house?
First of all, I don't know this, and because she was probably cheating on him as her boyfriend, that's my guess. She probably scared her on just a creepy ass kid.
Is there any chance that someone shot her inside your house and it wasn't you? It wasn't you.
No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. If there's not any time frame in which I lived there or that I ever. No.
How do you think I can find her? Is she to be found at all?
I hope she's alive and well.
How can you believe that Brian killed her and at the same time also believe she's alive? You have to pick one.
Don't you have any homies you grew up with that you don't talk with no more, but
yeah.
You don't want to see him in the cage with?
So are you protecting him? If you had this information and you were so concerned about what people are thinking about you, why not put this out there?
I did.
You didn't. What did Brian's message say again? Did he say that he shot her?
I'm not allowed to talk about this.
I told you, the CBI said you could put it out. They told me that.
But they told me different.
Well, they didn't. Can you call him right now and ask him?
Who?
Joseph Cahill.
Absolutely. But your goal is to make me angry. You're doing a good job.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Joseph. Hey, this is Payne. Your Catfish is at the table with me. He wanted me to call you for a second. Yep, I'm in North Carolina. We're just here at a pub talking, and we were discussing the Facebook message that Brian sent to John, and you told me that he could release it, and he said that you said otherwise.
I didn't say he said. I didn't say he said. I've been advised.
So I mean, it's not my call, but you know, can he release it?
Absolutely. If you want to release it, you certainly have my permission to do that. Hey, Captain, is just trying to help clear things up, man.
Just put the Facebook message out.
I gave it to the gentleman we're speaking with.
He can't release it.
Sure he could. The thing is, it's not going to be usable.
You said the CBI wouldn't let you do this, and now they're saying that they will let you do this, and now you're saying you still don't want to do it.
You're changing my words, and that's when you up and around and got me all upset again, because you got this thing, you think you're going to out-psychological at me or something.
I just called your bluff, dude. That's literally all that happened. Yes. You said the CBI said that you couldn't release this, and I just called Joseph right now, and he's on the phone, on speakerphone. Here.
You certainly can release it. He's trying to bring the truth to the white man. That's all it is, bro.
Joseph, do you know what happened? Why she might be on the run, that kind of thing?
Kristal on the run?
Yeah. Okay.
Kristal's not on the run. Kristal's dead.
How do we know that?
How do you not know that?
I ain't seen a lot of my friends in 6 months, and I don't assume they're dead.
Well, Joseph, I think we're good here at the moment, but if we need to call you back, we will, okay?
You guys take care, all right?
All right, see you, man. Thank you. So, I mean, you said you can release it.
I don't have confirmation that was Joseph.
Are you kidding me, man? Do you not recognize his voice?
Nope.
Do you know that I'm actually trying to help? Do you know that, dude? Like, for real? I mean, why would I keep doing it?
I might believe you, but I also could just reach your butt.
Don't say that to me, bro. Don't put your hand in my face again, bro.
Put my hand in your face? Get the up out of my bar.
At one point, Catfish leaned in, his voice low and threatening. It's hard to make out exactly what he said, but he made one thing clear. If he wanted to, he could reach across the table and strangle Payne with his own hands. From there, things escalated fast.
Tell the truth, John. Just tell the truth. You'll probably feel better. TikTok. Hey, John, if you threaten my life again, your ass is going to fucking jail. You understand that? Is it a joke? Not to me, it's not.
Whoa.
Don't you come over here, bro. I said, if you threaten my life again.
I never did.
You did.
How so?
You told me just then that you wanted to kill me. You also pretended to swing at me. Off, dude.
Payne's encounter with Catfish John went about as well as anyone could have expected. Then, years later, an unexpected email arrived from the CBI. Payne, please call me regarding your work on this case. I would like to discuss it with you. Also, retired CBI agent Joe Cahill sends his regards. Looking forward to speaking with you. Kevin, Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Cold Case Homicide Unit.
Hey man, it's Payne.
Hey, Payne, how are you? My good buddy Joe, kind of the one who turned me on to call on you. So
Okay.
I've recently been reassigned to a cold case homicide unit that CBI started in July. At some point, maybe we could sit down and just discuss the case. Your interviews with Catfish are fascinating, to say the least.
Yeah. It's honestly got me wanting to listen to the rest of them, you know?
Yeah.
Production of Tenderfoot TV, editing, mix and masters.
That was it. So the CBI was getting involved again, but obviously he died before anything could happen. But he probably knew something was coming. And Mutterfly, thank you for becoming a sober. Welcome to the crew.
Congratulations.
You got your first chip. I love the chips. I think that's so funny. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I personally, after learning a little bit more about it, because I really only heard what Kim had showed me from that interview last night, I was definitely like, this dude's for sure involved. But it makes a whole lot more sense that they were probably all partying. Maybe they did something to her. Like, it's already been proven that, or like discussed widely, that she was drugged and taken advantage of. So maybe that was happening again because they got away with it the first time. So maybe they were going to do it again and something went wrong and she died. And then they're all high and have to figure out how to take care of a body. Classic movie situation. Like, it literally just sounds like I've heard this story before kind of a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go check out the Discord here. Let me see if I can copy or paste the link again, because I think it should still be copied.
I definitely want to listen to this second series. The thing that gets me is like, now that there's alleged prisoners from like Florida that have information about the case that want to talk to Payne.
I think it's cool that they're like, we're very interested in your interviews. Somebody just hopped in the Discord. I heard the bloop.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
I don't know.
Also, I just have to give a huge shout out to Elwood for hopping in here and sharing what you know, because that was legendary. It's weird. Crestone seems like such a random, tiny, podunk, middle of nowhere place, and so many people have either been there, lived there, know about it,
Have stories about it.
yeah, have stories about it, and it's literally like we said. It's just like a neighborhood in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah.
Farmland everywhere around it.
There's not even a traffic light or anything. It's literally just a tiny little town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get the Discord thing. I'm starting to get into it because the community is strong on there, and I want to start using it. And it is cool, but it does take some getting used to. But it's a cool way, since YouTube, I feel like this is what people use it for, at least in my understanding. You can't do things like on Instagram where you can just like message people and like then send them a personal message and chat with them on there. YouTube, you can just leave comments, and the chance that I see it in the 200 to 1,000 comments in there is, I don't want to say low, but it's not going to happen for sure. So I feel like that's what the benefit of Discord is. It's like a cool place where we can actually go and chat with each other and talk and post stuff and post crazy stories you guys find. And it's just it's a good community forum. And I've also got a new section. Thank you to Cat Seer. The new section is if you want to upload your sobering story, you can upload your sobering story into the Discord, and you don't have to have it be shareable, but like if you want me to share it during one of the episodes, I'm totally down to share people's sobering stories. So, but just make sure you make that clear when you share it on the Discord that you're interested in having me share it. But anyways, that is my thing about the Discord. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight and talking about this with us, because this case is fascinating, and the fact that it's still not solved is even more fascinating.
Yes, and Payne, I want to listen to the second series, but Payne is still fully invested and doing what he can to investigate I think that this goes to show how important investigative journalism is, which is what I really feel like Nick does. So it brings people and communities together who have little bits and pieces of information about a subject, and then everybody can come together and put it together like a puzzle. And I think that's so cool.
Well, and the public opinion can truly sway something. Like even in the Bricks and Minifigs situation, if like nobody knew about what was happening to Brian, but as soon as Reckless Ben puts out these videos exposing what's happening, public opinion shifts. Now Bricks and Minifigs' tune is completely changed and they're trying to figure everything out. But it's like it's a little too late now. And same thing for these cases. Like if we don't share these cases with other people, then people may not even know that this happened. Like it's kind of a small town, small case. Like very few people probably know about it. I don't think it made national news. So it's not like everybody's going to know about it, but it's things like this that just allow us to be more prepared. And I think that's how, if people see some serious injustice happening, then the public will rally behind that, I feel like. So
yeah,
I feel like it can be a really powerful tool, investigative journalism and public support.
Yes. There's a CBI tip line. So if anyone listening has even what they think is so small that it would be irrelevant to the case, just say it anyway. Like put it in at the tip line, and it's 720-741.
Hang on, let me type it in there.
720-741-7410.
And that's
I believe
the
there's
CBI tip line.
Yeah, and I believe there's a tip line for Payne Lindsay. I always want to say Wilson for some reason. Payne Lindsay's podcast. You can ask questions, you can provide information, you can hit them up too, but I don't know that number off the top of my head.
Well, thanks for sharing the CBI tip line. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for typing it in there. That's a good idea. But yeah, the case is definitely not cold. I was seeing in the comments on that original TikTok video that we shared in the beginning that people were saying that for sure it was Brian Dreddy, that he had admitted it in like a message or something, but that he had passed away. And that's just simply not true. So who knows why people, maybe she thought that was the case and just didn't know. But I don't know, it's just interesting how, that's how misinformation spreads. So it's not solved. Her body has not been found. So if you guys know anything, for sure, report it. Also, next week I was thinking about either talking about the Kat Von D drama or about Hannah had brought to my attention today that about that girl that was thrown off of a ledge. They were supposed to be like bungee jumping, and she was not like strapped in to a rope or anything. She had like gear on, but there was no rope attached. So they literally just threw her off a cliff. So what would you guys, if you guys know about the Kat Von D house fire drama, would you want to kind of look into that? It seems kind of interesting. Or
if
would
you
rather
have,
talk about that?
You guys can leave your votes in the comments on the live, because we usually go through them, and there's not usually a ton to where we can actually see all of them. And then if you guys have other topic ideas that you'd rather see instead of those two, even just drop it in the comments. That's the best way, I think, to do it. And yeah, Brian died and Catfish died, and both of them from ODs. Wait, why did she not say anything? Oh, anyways, all right. That was, you guys were talking about something else. My bad. But cool. Yeah, I don't know. I love this topic, Kim. This was fun, and the fact that it was so close to home, I think is, I don't know. I still think it's crazy that happened to us.
Yeah. Yep. The San Luis Valley is a very interesting place, and if anyone has their own stories about Crestone or the San Luis Valley in general, or even just UFO sightings, let's hear about them.
Sorry, I'm responding to a comment.
Stellar said, I saw it. She wasn't thrown. She took a signal to jump, wasn't secure and jumped. I saw a video of her being thrown. Yeah, I saw her being thrown. So maybe that's a different story. Yeah, there's 6 people that have been arrested because of this.
Because
Like,
of
the
this case?
the lady being thrown off of the ledge.
Oh, I'm sure. There was so many people standing around. I didn't watch the video, but there was people standing around that just let it happen, right?
Yeah, so not a single person spoke up or like said anything.
It was like,
and
hey,
then
she doesn't have a rope, guys. And they're like, yeah, we don't care.
allegedly, like pretty much immediately after it happened, 2 or 3 people ran and tried to hide from the cops and were found via helicopter.
Dang, really?
Mm-hmm. They all just stared. Yeah, I don't get it. It's an incredibly eerie and unsettling video to watch.
Oh, yeah, that's so crazy. Like, when did the story happen with the bungee girl?
It
I don't
just
know when
happened. I don't
yeah,
know.
it must have been super
Within
recent.
the past couple days or something. Let me send you the video that Hannah had sent me.
Oh, yeah, we should do it real quick because I haven't seen it.
Okay, I texted it to you.
Hey, found your charger. We're on hole 6. Honestly, bro, keep the charger. And she died?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know that she was not strapped in? Because she doesn't seem like she's saying anything either.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying Hannah told me about this, and I'm like, this could be a good topic for next week.
Yeah, this is crazy. Honestly, though, that's insane.
Also, the Kat Von D stuff is crazy. So
I mean, honestly, maybe we could do both because I don't feel like there's enough substance here. I mean, maybe there is. Maybe there's more substance to this story than I think, but this one seems like a pretty, like, small case. So maybe we could do both, but I don't know. That's crazy, dude. Doesn't even, I mean, maybe it doesn't look that high, but it doesn't seem like that high. I mean, it's a couple hundred feet probably, right? No, it's more than 40 feet, bro. It's got to be like 200 feet, maybe 300. Well, let's see, how long is she in the air? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 seconds. Yeah, probably like 200 to 300 feet. But I mean, it's still pretty high, and if you hit the water, like, and she hit it on her back or something, that would definitely
Was she
kill
going
you.
into water?
Yeah, they just threw her and just walked. That's the thing that I'm curious about. Like, did they throw her and watch because they were like, oh, let's just see her bounce back up? Like, they didn't realize that she was attached?
I don't know. I don't have a single detail about this story.
Well, this is the only video there is, right? Well,
I
maybe
don't
there's
know.
more, but
There's a couple of different angles.
oh, really? Haas says there's a couple different angles, but this is the best one.
One where you can see the rope like directly next to her on the ground, and you're like, that rope doesn't touch anything.
Damn, that's so crazy.
I texted you the video of the guy talking about Kat Von D burning his childhood house down, by the way. We want to show the community that one too so they can get an idea of what that is.
Freaking TikTok.
Morning. I'm going to tell a story that I have had close to my chest since I was a kid. I wasn't able to tell the story or allowed
Are we going to watch this whole video or no?
to. Many years ago, my sweet mom had signed an NDA with a celebrity in order to avoid trial and get a settlement.
It's called Skeleton Bridge.
The thing is I didn't sign an NDA because I was just a kid. Well, my mom is no longer here. I want the story to be told because I think that celebrities should be held truly accountable for their actions. It was 2008. My mom had just lost most of her money. And she needed to rent
Why'd the TV
home.
shut off?
A
Wow.
celebrity came along and wanted to rent the house out. Everything was fine, except for one time I was here with my parents.
Sorry, the TV got disconnected.
And I got to meet her, the person
What the hell? I didn't know it was gonna mess up the sound.
renting, and I saw the way that she had lived, and it was bizarre.
Did you turn the TV back on?
Well, I didn't turn it off. It just turned off on its own. That was weird.
Yeah, but did you turn it back on?
Yeah, I just connected the screen again because I had stuff up on there. But I'm gonna disconnect it because it messed
There
the
were
sound up.
candles everywhere. Candles of all sizes, big, small, wide. Every single corner, every mantle, down the steps, along the walls, really everywhere. Along with taxidermy, like a wolf just standing in a bedroom looking at you, and you know, animal heads on walls. Shocker, the house burned. There was a ginormous fire that took place. It was negligence, and the arson investigators declared that it was a candle fire. I just want to give context. There were holes throughout the hardwood floors, smoke damage in the entire home. The only reason that it was, you know, it stood was because it's made from stone. Now, I want to be abundantly clear about something. My mom passed due to cancer. Our family believes that the stress of the fires and the restoration process and the lawsuit is truly what brought it back with such vengeance. Another thing I want to make clear is this person that rented the home and then caused a massive fire throughout the house due to her own negligence had the audacity to send my mom hate mail, hateful, spiteful emails. She was in denial. She was a liar, a narcissist, truly a mean person. All the while, she actually used the home and claimed that it was hers on her TV show, which my mom said she wasn't allowed to do, but didn't have the energy or the heart to pursue her for that. Now, I believe that this woman had very dark energy at the time. My mom did, and my dad did believe the same thing. My mom had a halfway written fiction book about the experience because she wasn't legally able to mention this person's name. And she told me she didn't release it or want to finish it because she was afraid of what this person's energy would then bring forth to her. And I feel that my mom's energy will protect me from whatever this person could do with her own energy. We're big on energy here. So, Kat Von D, I am that little kid that you met back in the day who you destroyed the family home of with your negligence and your candle obsession. Thankfully, my parents won the lawsuit against you, but that didn't take away the stress that both of my parents endured dealing with you. Now, I thought long and hard about whether or not I should forgive this person, Kat Von D, and the truth of the matter is my mom, I don't think, would forgive her for the stress that she put our family through. The life experience is short. When you have to deal with people like this, it really does strip off years. And I believe that I watched that happen with my own mom in real time. In this world, there are people who carry light energy and then dark energy. People whose souls work for light and dark. Kat Von D, I believe, is on the dark side. And my family, my dear mom, had to be on the receiving end of that. So I do not forgive her. That is my story time about Kat Von D. I don't think enough people know her character. Hello, Kat Von D.
Okay, so Kat Von D did a response video, and there's a lot of stuff. Like, go to the comment section. Jeffree Star even commented and was like, I know what happened. So, yeah.
So wait, she like just had a bunch of candles in their house?
Yeah, the candle was investigated by like people who do that. And they determined that there were two separate like points of heat for the fire, both of which came from candles. And Kat Von D is alleging that it started from faulty electrical systems that she had communicated about that needing fixed. But his family won the lawsuit, so I know there's a lot to go into about it. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It gets like, I didn't expect it to be kind of a rabbit hole, but it was. So.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
kind of
know.
how I'm feeling. It does not sound like a rabbit hole.
And it ended up being one. So I don't know. Like you said, maybe I'll talk about both. But does that kind of wrap things up, babe?
Yeah, I think so.
It's always so much fun hanging out with you guys. Crestone is such an interesting place. If you ever get the opportunity to visit, don't be scared of it. Just don't go to drum circles alone in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Kim and I have been joking. Don't go to a drum circle with a stranger. And then
Definitely go to the UFO Watchtower.
yeah, definitely check that out. And Sky CU says, I was thinking about your channel as a whole after hearing about speculation / conspiracy behind Oliver Tree's death, and it seeming like it was more than an accident. And yes, so that's good that you said that, because I am definitely going to be talking about that this week. Thank you to Haas for enlightening me. And then maybe we'll push off Mel. Mel's timeless. He'll never be not interesting. He will always be interesting. And it can only get more interesting from here with Mel Gibson, I think. So we'll definitely come back to him. But I'm curious to learn about Oliver Trees, because I don't know shit about him.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for commenting, chatting with us, supporting us. And check back tomorrow for that other video. I'm going to finish the thumbnail tonight and have it uploaded for you tomorrow.
Story. Jack the Ripper. Who knew?
Jack the Ripper, you guys. Honestly, if you thought you knew stuff about Jack the Ripper, you might know some stuff, but I didn't know anything. But I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know anything about it. And then you're like, whoa, Jack the Ripper was no joke, dude. And never caught. So yeah, super good story tomorrow. And then check back on Friday. But
Yeah.
much love, sobers. Look forward to seeing you guys later.
Sleep safe.
Sleep safe, stay sober, stay alive. Later, sober.